Hey there, KlicKNettars, and welcome to Wkly Hit List. I'm Kwame Alexander, and we're live at iconic.com studios on 1 Foot Tifo Studios, New York. And by the way, I just want to say Merry Christmas, everybody. And with that being said, let's get into what's on the blog. And so I'm just gonna jump right into it because, well, we had a bit of reason we had the delay, and it's now 8:07 is because there was some issues with with the microphone, so that's why I'm doing this live stream without the microphone and do it from the speaker on my computer. Wait, so I just want to clear that up. Anyway, Merry Christmas Eve, KlicKNettars. If you can see it, that's good. Merry Christmas Eve, KlicKNettars. Welcome to this is KlicKNet's Christmas celebration for season's givings from Wkly Hit List before the actual festivities start tomorrow on Christmas Day. Now, some of you children may be disappointed that you don't get everything you want on your wish list. And if that happens, try not to act like DW from Arthur's Perfect Christmas. I mean, I have a clip of that somewhere on my computer. I just can't find it. But moving on, in what will likely be our last 7-day roundup. Oh, we just got a comment. Someone just commented saying, "Merry Christmas, brother." Thanks. You know, and by the way, in case you're wondering, we're live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So you can catch us on any of those platforms if you like. Now then, in what will probably be our last 7-day wonder of the year, we try to find the best news to talk about for this show. And here's what we came up with. So last Saturday, actress Cecily Strong left Saturday Night Live after 11 seasons as a cast member. Yep, that's true. Last Sunday, Argentina beat France on penalty kicks, winning the 2022 FIFA World Cup for a third time in the country's history. Last Monday, the January 6th committee refers former President Trump to the Department of Justice for criminal charges. On Tuesday, the NFL was in advanced talks with YouTube for its Sunday ticket package, and the deal was said to be announced anytime between Tuesday and Wednesday. On Wednesday, Ukraine President Zelensky visited the White House to meet with President Biden to discuss the Russian war. On Thursday, it was announced that a new trailer for WB/DC's The Flash, starring Ezra Miller, could air during the Super Bowl in 2023 next year. And just yesterday, on Friday, the House of Representatives passed a $1.7 trillion government spending bill before the funding deadline. Alright, for a closer look at these stories, allow me to stop share for a moment and maybe take time to show you guys how we decorated the studio. I mean, I got my Christmas tree right over there. Over there, there's some white right where my pen is, you see the ornaments. And right down there are the presents. And my production team and I got a lot of them, as it looks like. Alright, now it's time for a closer look. Now, I'm not trying to sound like Late Night with Seth Meyers, but it's the only way I can present these things faster. Alright? Here's where we found the news about Cecily Strong leaving SNL after 11 seasons through Entertainment Weekly. Never mind that. And her last show was with host Austin Butler and musical guest Lizzo. From Yahoo Sports, this is where we found Argentina beating France on penalty kicks, winning the World Cup for the third time in their history. And some of you might be psyched that the World Cup is coming to the US, Mexico, and Canada in 2026. Now, I can't wait for it either. Alright, on ABC News, here's where we found the January 6th committee referring that Trump received criminal charges from the DOJ. So, for more of this, you can check it out on abcnews.com. Now, on Deadline, the NFL is in advanced talks with YouTube for the Sunday ticket package, and the deal was said to be announced tomorrow, as in last Wednesday. So 2 months after the NFL's first game on Amazon Prime kicked off, the league is said to be in advanced talk with YouTube for rights to its coveted Sunday night package, which would allow fans to watch nearly all the games that air on Sunday. Wow. And you wonder if you gotta pay for those games on Sunday on YouTube. From CNN Politics, we found Zelensky delivering an impassioned plea for more help fighting Russia on the front line of tyranny. And check this guy out. He's wearing like a green and brown sweater while speaking in front of Congress. Now that's hardcore, let me tell you. Alright, from Collider, a good source if you want to find anything about superhero movies. The first trailer to air during Super Bowl Sunday. The film starring the embattled Ezra Miller will premiere in June. Of course, there's a lot of talk about what's going to happen with DC Studios regarding the news with James Gunn. And there's a possibility that Blue Beetle might be the first movie in the DCU created by James Gunn. We'll keep you posted on that news. Alright, almost at the end of the roundup. Alright, so from the New York Times, House clears $1.7 trillion spending package, averting shutdown. The bill, which passed the Senate on Thursday, now heads to President Biden's desk for his signature. Now, this would provide significant increases to national security and domestic spending and billions of dollars to aid Ukraine, sending the measures to President Biden for his signature. We just said that. Now, the bill was the last major legislation accomplishment of the 117th Congress and set aside $858 billion in funds for the military that Republicans pushed for, and more than $772 billion for the education, health, and veteran programs Democrats have championed. Well, a lot seems to be happening in Washington, D.C. We're moving on. It's time now for the sneak peek of the week. Real interesting. Without the microphone, I can move my stack of papers on a little bit more and move around with my arms and write on the desk. So that's one benefit of not having the microphone here. I don't know what happened to it as we went on the air. It didn't seem to be working properly than before. All right. So there's a new roller coaster finally opening after years of construction, and it's coming to Ferrari World, Abu Dhabi. This Ferrari-inspired theme park in Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, which first opened in November 4th, 2010, has been planning to present its parkgoers the world's most immersive mega coaster and the first ever SFX coaster created by Dynamic Attractions, now presenting Mission Ferrari, launching on January 12th, 2023. But before then, here's what to expect from it in our sneak peek of the week, which, like I said, could be maybe last of the year. So give me some time to set it up. Alright, folks. Here's a sneak peek of Mission Ferrari coming to Ferrari World in 2023.
Calling all agents. Another world's first coaster awaits. A 5D experience with backward inverted loops. And the world's first sideways coaster drop. Mission Ferrari. Join the mission on January 12th.
Now, how was that? There's not much to discuss about the new coaster. And for a long time, I thought that maybe the SFX coaster would be the water system for the Avengers e-ticket attraction over at Disney California Adventures Campus. It looks so cool on paper. It really did. Honestly, I wish I had someone help me, explain more about Mission Ferrari. But moving on. This seems like this is going to be like a quick live stream. Because now, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to come to the inside scoop. Check out the logo for tonight's live stream, KlicKNet's Christmas celebration. I thought I spent all day playing that. Okay. Trying to make some adjustments. Alright. So, for what might be our last inside scoop of the year, we're going to talk about the January 6th final report, which has hit all news sources. In this scoop, we're going to look at two news articles online, which I found most interesting and could tell the most important facts and details about this report. Alright, so here's what I found. So first up is an article from CNN. Here we are. So, January 6th Committee releases final report, says Trump should be barred from office. According to CNN, the House Select Committee that investigated the January 6, 2021 insurrection has recommended that former President Trump should be barred from holding office again. It is among the conclusions of a comprehensive overview of the bipartisan panel's findings on how Trump and his allies sought to overturn the 2020 presidential election. The report was released just last Thursday evening. Now, furthermore, there were 17 findings outlined from the committee's investigation that underpin their reasonings for criminal referrals. And it's real interesting because I had something written for this part, but we have been watching MSNBC earlier today, and we found this on our screen. These are the recommendations that the January 6th Committee have considered to the DOJ. First would be reform the Electoral Count Act. Number 2, consider steps to accountability. Number 3, combat violent extremism. Number 4, uphold 14th Amendment, barring those involved from office. Number 5, improve security for events like electoral vote count. Number 6, toughen criminal penalties for obstructing work of Congress. Number 7, better clarify House subpoena powers. Number 8, toughen criminal penalties for threatening election workers. Number 9, continue Capitol Police oversight. Number 10, evaluate policies of media companies. Evaluate policies of media companies. And number 11, evaluate potential use of Insurrection Act. Well, I want to tell you, honestly, I believe that these 11 findings that I could pull up from CNN.com, they all prove that the committee is more than right to have Trump barred from ever holding office again. In fact, if he is barred, then what does that say to his 2024 presidential campaign? I mean, will it be canceled before it ever gets started? Or will he continue to run for president in 2024? We'll just have to wait and see. So now we come now to the second article, which we found most useful to talking about this story. Here it is in a few minutes. Okay. And here we go. From Politico, 7 takeaways from the January 6th Committee's final report. Let's see some of the stuff that Politico said. No, like I said, I thought this could explain this story a bit more. It comes from Politico. The site has reported that coming together nearly 1,000, or should I say, 1,200 witness interview transcripts and hard-won documents. The 845-page report uncovers themes and patterns that the select panel members clearly hope are of use to the department the Department of Justice. And once again, I think they're more than right. And Politico has made 7 of its own takeaways from the final report. And I'm about to show it to you right now. So there you see. The first takeaway is, I don't recall. Dozens of select committee witnesses displayed a startling pen chat for forgetfulness about one of the most memorable periods of our lives, an attempt by sitting by a sitting president who they work for to subvert a demo to subvert an administered election. Number two, the interconnected part. The contours of Trump's effort to subvert the transfer of power were well known ahead of the committee's final report. However, the documents add extraordinary texture and detail to significant elements of his scheme. Number three, legislative recommendations at long last. One of the select panel's top recommendations, modernizing a 135-year-old election law that Trump and its allies sought to export on January 6, could soon become law, even if it's not in the exact form members first proposed. An overhaul of the law born from a Senate gains bipartisan negotiations was included in the year-end government funding legislation that's soon expected to reach Biden's desk. The number four takeaway from this final report are surprising side notes. The committee received details from James Watkins, operator of far-right message board 8chain 8kun, former Attorney General Bill Barr, Republican Senator Mike Lee of Utah, and Democrat Senator Mike Warner of Virginia have all revealed what it was like on January 6, 2021. I believe that some of them had testified in front of the House Committee. Number five, the names that don't appear. A few big names who drew huge public attention during the committee's probe don't get much ink in the committee's final report. Ginny Thomas, the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, isn't mentioned at all, despite a long-running drama over her pre-January 6 text to then Trump Chief of Staff Mike Meadows. Basically, a lot of people were involved in the part than we realized. And it it makes you wonder who else was involved. But moving on. Number 6 is Wkly rollout. And what this is, the Select Committee has lived in perpetual concern about having its final project likened to Special Counselor Mike Mueller's report on Russian meddling in the 2016 election. You guys remember that, don't you? A massive investigation whose significant findings were obstructed by a bone-dry presentation. Alright, lastly, on the takeaway list, number 7, noble resources. The Select Committee's report shows the depth of its investigation and ability to collect primary source documents from Jared Kushner, Mike Roman, John Easton, Rudy Giuliani, and the National Archives. Well, my final thoughts on this final report. After everything we have just looked at, everything we just looked over, it's safe to say that the new year will not be a pleasant one for former President Trump if the Department of Justice choose to go through with the criminal referrals and choose to have him indicted in his role in the January 6th riot. And if he is indicted and convicted, the field for the 2024 presidential election could be an open forum if he is barred from ever holding office again. Alright, so that was maybe the last inside scoop of the year. And now it's time for Celebrity of the Week. Alright, our Celebrity of the Week is... Hold up. Lenny Henry, born August 29th, 1958, stars in The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, and also stars in The Witcher Blood Origin. So there you see the Celebrity of the Week. It looks like we've come to the end of our Christmas celebration with KlicKNet. So before we sign up, I just want to wish everyone again Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hope that all of you get some nice gifts tomorrow when you go downstairs in the morning and start unwrapping gifts with your families. I mean, it's been a long year for KlicKNet in general. We've done some incredible things through this YouTube channel and through live streaming. And as you know, last week we celebrated KlicKNet getting 50 subscribers on his YouTube channel. So I'm really proud of that. And I'm looking forward to what's to become of the channel in 2023. And also a big announcement. A big announcement is that there's going to be a brand new episode of FakeTV Box with Kwame Alexander tomorrow night, Christmas night. That's right, tomorrow night, Christmas night, a brand new episode of FakeTV Box with Kwame Alexander at 8, 7 Central on YouTube. So check that out. It's the last FakeTV Box of the year 2022. Oh, and by the way, you can always catch past episodes of FakeTV Box with Kwame Alexander anytime on KlicKNet. It's finally a channel. Alright, folks. It looks like that's all the time. It's looking like that's all the time we have. But before we go, as I say after every live stream and episode of FakeTV Box, remember to like, comment, and share everything on KlicKNet. Give your support by hitting the subscribe button. You see the subscribe button down below. If you can see it, like right there, right next to the right, I suppose. Alright, so thanks for watching. Have a Merry Christmas. And I'll see you back here next week for KlicKNet's New Year's Eve celebration, where we look back at some of the best moments on KlicKNet's YouTube channel. So I hope to see you next week. Have a good night and Merry Christmas.